Well, irony of irony. My wife and I left the Rocky Mountains because we didn't want to be in snow. And as we drive here to try to make our way to Grand Junction, I think you can see what we're driving through. I don't know if you can see the little flurries blowing across the screen. My wife says to me, Denoy, you said you're going to take me to the desert where it would be nice and hot. How is this going to be possible if we're going through mountains full of snow? And I said, honey, you need to watch and you're going to be amazed and see God at work here. But now I'm starting to wonder if Arches is full of snow also, because we're going through the mountains right now and there is literally snow flurries flying about. You can see the snow on the ground. You can see the snow blowing at the car. And Denoy is telling her, we're going to go to Arches and it's going to be nice and warm and we won't have to deal with the snow. So maybe God gets the last laugh again. I know this. I sure was not counting on riding through snow.
Why you don't drive for the side?
I will in a moment.
Yes.
It's all right. She said, why don't you go to the slow lane before you make everybody mad? So I'm gonna move over to the slow lane now, as per my co-pilot here, who is trying to keep people from honking their horn at me and getting all mad at me. But yeah, we're going through, oh look, Loveland Pass. How romantic. But yeah, talk about crazy. I take us out of the mountains because I'm thinking we're gonna skip the snow. We don't want to hike through the snow. And here we are going through snow because I think I'm taking her to a nice warm desert. Maybe Denoy screwed up again?
I think it's so because it's getting worse.
Denoy says she thinks, I don't know if you heard, she says she thinks so. It's getting worse, not better. And I'm looking ahead and it's like so misty with snow up ahead. I'm beginning to think, oh my gosh, maybe my wife is right. Maybe we can go look at Arches in the snow. You know, I know the camera's about to run out here because my SD card hasn't been downloaded, so it's all full. But I'm going to let this film as long as I can, at least for a few minutes here, so you guys who may be in Florida and in warm climates can experience this snow ride with me. You can see I'm not going crazy fast because I'm just kind of enjoying the ride, and I don't want to risk sliding around in case there is ice on the road. I see snow plows. See that? They plow snow, honey. The truck. And personally, I have not driven in snow really since I left Indiana in the Air Force in 1990. So it's been what, 90, 2000, 2010. Wow, 28 years was the last time I drove in snow. So I hope we don't have any ice on the snow. I do, or I am rather, heading very slow here. And I think they have salt here. There may be salt, honey, on the roads here. You see that? They put salt on the road.
It's getting worse, really.
It'll be better, honey. Oop, siren. What is that? There's a siren going off.
Maybe a torrent.
Do you know what that siren is, guys? There is a siren that just went off. And I don't know what that means exactly. Maybe a warning. We could get out and make a snowman, honey.
No, I don't like this place.
You don't like the snow? I want to get out and throw snowballs at you. Wow, it is like really snowing, heavily snowing.
It's getting worse. Look.
So you think it's a blizzard?
I don't know, but look.
Yeah, I know. There's snow on the front here. See, I'm wiping the snow away. So we have the heater on in the car, and it is nice and warm in here. At least we're not outside freezing. But I am really surprised that I thought we were gonna go. You know, when we were over at Estes Park, when we pulled in last night, I could have sworn the mountaintop was covered with snow. But then when we woke up this morning, the mountaintop didn't have snow on it. You know, across from the lodge where we were staying. And they had told me that, you know, it was supposed to rain last night, which would, of course, become snow. The rain would become snow. And now I'm driving here, and it says icy road. So we're going into Eisenhower Tunnel. You can see the snow blowing across. And it says icy roads. So we are now driving through a mountain, and I'm glad I left the camera running. I didn't know this was coming up. But this is kind of a nice adventure for me to ride through this. And I gotta turn the light on. Light's on and we still don't see anything. Is my lights on? Honey? I had the lights on, and yeah, it's just hard to see the lights. It's extremely dark in this tunnel. It's actually sharper and brighter on the video screen than it is in the tunnel. And this is a very long tunnel. So we are going down a hill inside a mountain. It is a descent.
GPS signal lost.
And you can see the GPS is lost because we are underneath a mountain. I can see the bright light at the end of the tunnel. And we're about to come back out of it. I'm sure those of you who travel quite a bit may be familiar with this pass here. It is 70. We headed out from Denver, Colorado towards Grand Junction. So if you're familiar with that route, then you know probably exactly where I am. I did this once before, this route, sort of. I'm not sure, I don't think I went on the exact same route, but I remember going through these tunnels. And I do find it, wow, I don't even know how long this tunnel is, but I'm thinking more than a mile. That is amazing. You know, can you imagine them building this tunnel? They had to blast through a mountain and to make it level. People amaze me. Now it says there's ice on the road, so I'm gonna slow down. And I'm seeing that cars are whizzing by me, so they're all a lot more confident than I am. Me, I'm going super slow because I'm scared. Now they have put, it looks like they might have put salt here on the roads, so that's why the ice is melted. But there's signs up saying there's ice on the road. So I don't want to go too fast. You can see the natives here with their Colorado plates are whizzing right by. Avalanche area. So the potential, you know what an avalanche is, honey? That means the mountains can fall down.
Be careful, please.
I am, honey. I am. My wife's freaking out, so you don't have to be worried, honey. Everything's good. Amazing that there's snow on one side, but not on the other. I feel like we are lower on this side of Colorado than we were on the other side with the Rocky Mountains. So it looks like the mountains are trapping moisture. I have my brakes on because this is a really steep, what would they call it? A steep grade going downhill. And the road itself has ice on it. So severe conditions here to be driving for me. Maybe not for those of you who are used to this and up north, but for a Florida boy who hasn't gone through snow for 28 years, this is kind of spooky. So runway ramp. Kind of just following the car in front of me here and trying to keep the speed without going too fast or going too slow. I want to make sure I don't lose control here. It is a very interesting and scary ride. I can hear the snow and dirt and stuff falling on us and feel the wind. There is very strong breeze blowing through. So, quite a ride actually. Woo! Talk about an adventure. This honeymoon has certainly been a very, very adventureful event. Wow, I can't believe how steep this grade is. It's like the car constantly wants to speed up. They have the speed limit at 60, and I am doing 60 right now. Gonna put on the defroster here for a moment because it looks like the car is frosting up and becoming very hard to see out of. So people are a lot more brave than I am. A lot more experience. My knuckles are all white. Not from freezing cold, but from this ride. This is some ride. Visibility is low. There's snow and ice and very strong gusts of wind blowing us. Good news is not everyone is passing me up, so evidently I'm not the only one trying not to make the car go too fast. People are like, I don't know how they're so good at driving. I guess they've done this before. I used to live in Indiana and it would snow there too, and there were some hills and stuff, but not many mountains like here. There were some mountains, a few, but not like here. And a lot of times when I drove in the snow there, it was like on flat. You know, Indiana's got like a lot of farm. They grow like corn and things like that. So the land's like fairly flat. Colorado, on the other hand, when it connected from Kansas, it was rather flat, kind of, but with little hills. But once we got past that section, it was just like beautiful mountains everywhere with lakes and rivers, specifically I think the Colorado River. But where we are right now, it is like crazy, crazy drop. And my ears are like busting right now. All right, cleared all that mud and stuff off. This is much better visibility. And I think my wife's probably breathing a little bit better. Because as you can see, even though snow is still hitting us, there appears to be less snow on the ground. And I think the answer to my wife as to how I plan on taking her from an area that is literally snowing to an area that is going to be warm enough that we could walk around possibly with light jackets or no jackets in one day, in a couple hours, is going to be answered here very soon. And it has to do with having faith and trusting God, and maybe trusting your husband a little bit. So it looks like we survived the snowy pass. Ears are a little bit stuffed, but we are at Keystone Arapahoe Basin Steamboat next, right? Some kind of park or tourist destination. There is. It's weird. This side of the mountain is clear, but look down straight ahead. Where it's further down, there's still more snow. I'm going to go ahead and stop this segment because it is running on and on. But if things get more interesting, I'll go ahead and film again for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Keep praying for me. Hopefully I'll make it down safely and get my daughter, my wife out there to the desert.